Good morning, y'all. For breakfast, I had a cup of English breakfast tea with a splash of soy milk. The tea is from an organization called My Cup of Tea, based in Orange Mound area of Memphis, and they help underprivileged people get into business and sell these teas. So, love supporting that organization. Also had some of my leftover carrot cake oats topped with my homemade soy yogurt. I had breakfast around 9:15. Didn't think I was going to be hungry in the morning, but I started getting hungry around 9. So I had this breakfast and finished most of the oats, but I did wrap up and put some of it away. I'm going to do a future video on how I make homemade yogurt. My friend Pam took a little sample of mine for culture and started making some in her yogurt maker, and she thought it was just fabulous. So I'm going to show y'all how to make homemade yogurt. Forgot to mention that my sweet husband brought me a mug of tea around 7:15 in the morning, like he does every morning before he leaves for work, and that was just some Whole Foods black tea with a splash of soy milk to get me up and get me going for the day. I had lunch outside on the porch just before 2 o'clock. I had gone grocery shopping out in East Memphis, had to go to Kroger and to Whole Foods, and I was out shopping, getting everything that we need for camping this weekend. So I was out for almost 2 hours grocery shopping. Got home, got everything put away, and then finally sat down to enjoy my lunch just before 2 o'clock. I was definitely hungry for this lunch. So I had some Whole Foods pita chips. Those were a flax seed and whole grain variety. Chopped up some lettuce from the farmer's market and chopped up a tomato that I had on hand. And then my favorite treat, one of my favorite treats from Whole Foods is their curried tofu salad. So big chunks of tofu with some shredded carrot, green pepper, raisins, and a curried kind of vegan mayo dressing. And then I ate that in kind of mini sandwiches like I was showing there with a little bite of tofu, lettuce, and tomato on each of my pita chips. So yeah, I enjoyed a lunch with my favorite Whole Foods curried tofu salad as a treat. And then, as you'll see, I also had some seltzer water. This is the Kroger brand. It's just sparkling water with some flavoring added. That's the only ingredients here, carbonated water and natural flavors. Now, I know natural flavors can be crazy chemicals, but sometimes we have this sparkling water instead of just plain water. No calories, just sparkling water. I wanted to try this coconut flavor I've been wanting to try, and I did take a sip with my lunch while I was recording this, and the verdict on the coconut flavor is thumbs down. Very chemically, very, tastes like I was drinking a bottle of suntan lotion. It's just a real fake coconut flavor. So far, we've tried blackberry citrus flavor, and we've tried lemon lime flavor, and we'll probably try a few more, but I bet in the end we're gonna like just basic lemon lime the best. We also drink plain sparkling water, like the Italian sparkling water from Whole Foods. We have that plain, and we even like squeeze our own fresh lemon or lime juice. But these from Kroger are really reasonably priced sparkling water. I think it's like $3 for a 12 pack. So there's my lunch out on the porch after grocery shopping. We had dinner around 7:15. Simon and I made a big batch of what we call potato fry up, or what the Brits call bubble and squeak. So this had tons of veggies, red onion, garlic, orange bell pepper, some frozen kale that I had. I put in there some chopped up carrot and fresh rosemary that I got from the neighborhood that we chopped up. Had some thyme, some salt and pepper, and we also toasted up some delicious sourdough bread from St. Honore Bakery, which we get at the farmer's market every week. They make the best breads in Memphis, and their sourdough is amazing. Had a little bit of earth balance on the toast, and then had this potato fry up. Oh, you also see some sausages, plenty of sausages in there. We do like our veggie sausages. Those were a Tofurkey brand kielbasa sausage. We chopped up a bunch of those to go into our potato fry up night as well. I was trying to give myself a smaller portion. Also topped our potato fry up with some Louisiana hot sauce and some Kroger organic ketchup, and that's what we had for our dinner around 7:15. Later in the evening, around 8:30, Simon and I had some of our vegan treats that Stephanie baked for Imagine Vegan Cafe from Veg Fest weekend. I had the chocolate peanut butter cupcake, and Simon had the vegan chess bar, delicious vegan desserts. Hi y'all, I just wanted to share a little more commentary on my What I Ate video within the context of intuitive eating. I apologize again for all the construction noise. We have demolition and plumbing work going on today. Always fun. On the topic of intuitive eating, yesterday I did not do that great on intuitive eating. And when I'm sharing intuitive eating, what I'm trying to follow are Geneen Roth's eating guidelines. So Geneen Roth has written some wonderful books on emotional eating or compulsive eating. Her most recent, a few years ago, Women, Food, and God. She was interviewed on Oprah. You've probably heard of it, but she also has books going all the way back to the 80s. I even downloaded and read one of those older books called Breaking Free from Compulsive Eating recently. So I reread Women, Food, and God and read Breaking Free from Emotional Eating. It's been retitled Emotional Eating. So I read those two books, and in those books she has these eating guidelines, which I'm going to read to you. Number 1, eat when you are hungry. Number 2, eat sitting down in a calm environment. This does not include the car. Number 3, eat without distractions. Distractions include radio, television, newspapers, books, intense or anxiety-producing conversations or music. And she's also kind of recently updated that to include internet and any sort of digital distractions that we use these days. My kitten wants to be in the video today. Hello, BSO. Number 4, eat what your body wants. Number 5, eat until you are satisfied. Number 6, eat with the intention of being in full view of others, or eat in full view of others. And number 7, eat with enjoyment, gusto, or pleasure. So I will tell you where I'm sort of falling down on this, and this What I Ate video highlights that. Are eat when you are hungry, and eat what your body wants, and eat until you're satisfied. So the basic concept of eating only when you are hungry, truly hungry, and eating until you are satisfied, and a little bit of eating what your body wants. So yesterday morning, I was hungry for breakfast, and I had my carrot cake oats, and I even stopped when I was satisfied, and that does not mean full, stuffed, trying to be satisfied. The Japanese concept of hare hachibu, eat till 80%. Well, another thing that I try to keep in mind with this intuitive eating. And so I put away part of the oats and didn't even eat them all. Lunch, I had gone shopping. I was out for like 2 hours grocery shopping. I was definitely hungry by the time I got home. Made myself a nice plate of lunch. What I did not do there was stop when I was satisfied. I was having what my body wanted. I really, truly wanted that Whole Foods curried tofu with pita chips. I added in some veggies. It all sounded delicious to me. Well, I had finished the amount that I had put on my plate, but then there was some of the tofu, very kind of small, tiny portion. In my mind, I was thinking, well, this won't be enough for another lunch. I brought that back in. I grabbed more pita chips, not even any more veggies, and I ate the rest of the container full. I wasn't hungry at that point. I could have put that small portion away, had it for a snack, or here's something that I need to get used to doing. I was raised in the Clean Plate Club, which is not a healthy thing. I could have thrown some of it away. Honestly, I just have this almost manic fear of throwing food away. When I even put leftovers away, when I'm cleaning out a pot, if there's like 1 or 2 grains of rice in there, or if I'm transferring something into a storage dish, there's like 1 noodle, I'm like constantly not wasting food. This is how I was raised. My grandparents helped raise me. People who had been through the Depression or had family who had been through the Depression. I was raised poor. We did not waste food. So that's a hard one for me. What I need to understand, I do understand intellectually, is even throwing it away, it's better to waste it in the garbage pail than it is to waste it in my body as excess fat on my body. So yeah, that's one I'm going to have to work on for sure. And another thing I did in this day of eating that I'm sharing with you is at dinner time, my husband, I had gone out and mowed the lawn, taken a shower, my body was like tired. I'd done a lot yesterday. By the time we made that big potato fry-up, as I was dishing it onto my plate, and you can see I gave myself kind of a smaller portion, but as I was dishing it onto my plate, I realized I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry for dinner. Technically, I shouldn't have had anything. I should have waited until I got hungry, which probably would have been the next morning. But it's such an odd concept. Again, this is another concept I was raised on, is eating by the clock. And that does not translate into intuitive eating, healthy eating patterns, eating only when you're hungry, when you're like, it's dinner time, I guess I should have a plate of food. So I had that plate of food, and I also had toast with some earth balance, because my husband said, oh, this would be good with toast. Oh, sure, give me a piece of that. The whole dinner I ate, and I wasn't hungry. And then, as you can also see, I had dessert. And that's just because I have a sweet tooth, and I thought, is that what my body wants? Well, my body wasn't hungry. Yeah, maybe my body wants a cupcake. And the reason I am trying to transition to this intuitive eating, no more diets, Jennifer Parsley plan, is I just can't follow a strict diet. I've talked about that in previous videos. So I really want to eat what sounds good to me, eat what I want to eat, which is fine. I believe I can do it. I believe this works. Read Geneen's books. You'll understand more of what I'm talking about. I truly can eat what I want, but only when I'm hungry, and stopping when I'm satisfied, and eating what my body wants. So last night, I ate dinner and dessert when I wasn't hungry at all. And last night, basically, I felt bloated, I felt sick, and I didn't sleep well all night long. And I realized the sugary treat, I'm just eating these sugary treats because we bought a bunch during Veg Fest. And the sugary treats are not what my body wants right now, or definitely wasn't what my body wanted last night. It leaves me feeling not so good. I'm not saying I never am going to have a dessert. I definitely will be having desserts, you'll see. But smaller portion, and probably less often even. So I need to tune in and listen more to what my body wants, which is one of those eating guidelines. So those are the things I am working on. I guess you could say I'm struggling with, but another beautiful thing about this way of eating is you love yourself through it. You don't beat yourself up, you love yourself through it. I will share the eating guidelines down below, a link to Geneen's website as well if you're interested in what I'm trying to do here, actually losing weight and maintaining a thin, healthy weight by eating what I want. I eat a vegan diet that's more of an ethical decision for me. This can be done with any type of diet, and I really truly believe that I can lose weight and be at the weight that I want to be at by eating this way, but I actually need to follow those guidelines. So I will share that information down below, and I will continue working on this. We're going camping in Arkansas this weekend, so next week you will see some what I eat while camping videos. We also went to Blue Nile Ethiopian restaurant this week, so I'm going to do another restaurant review for Ethiopian food, and then I'll do some more on this topic of intuitive eating and what I am eating. I'm realizing I could probably get away with eating about half of what I am used to eating, and I am used to eating by the clock and cleaning my plate. Those are some habits I'm going to work on breaking. So those are some upcoming videos that you will be seeing. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Thank you and welcome to all my new subscribers from Memphis and from Lean and Clean. I'm happy to have you watching my videos. I make new videos 2 to 3 times every week. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.